WWE SummerSlam 2018 predictions. Raw Tag Team Championship match, B Team vs Revival. Following this week's Triple Threat Tag Team Championship match, the B Team will be defending their titles once again on the pre-show of SummerSlam against the Revival in what should be a decent match. The B Team are very much there for comedic purposes, and they have done an excellent job, but when it comes to the titles, they are best served in being in hands of more serious teams. And right now, the best option is the Revival. WWE has a chance to finally push the Revival and get their careers back on track, and given that they are one of the best tag teams on the planet, they would be smart to give them the titles here. Rusev and Lana vs Zelina Vega and Andrade Cien Almas. This feud has been very well built on SmackDown Live, with a clear storyline being told throughout, with Aiden English getting involved and costing Lana her matches against Zelina Vega. I would fully expect English to be involved in this one again, as that has been the story, and the chances are that he will this time help them and allow SummerSlam to be a true Rusev Day. The majority of the match should be carried by Rusev and Almas to ensure that this is one of the highest quality possible, and hopefully the fans are ready for this, as it could be a very fun match. Finn Balor vs Constable Corbin. The fact that Finn Balor has gone from SummerSlam main events to being on a match that nobody cares about and deserves to be on the pre-show is a huge shame, but nobody at all is excited for this one. It has already happened and people didn't care then, and since that point, nothing has changed to alter people's minds, meaning this is likely going to be the toilet break match for many people, especially those in attendance. It is simply happening as a way to get both men on the card, and when it comes to the outcome, the best possibility is for the feud to be over, and for that to happen, Finn Balor needs to pick up another win. United States Championship match, Shinsuke Nakamura vs Jeff Hardy. The past two matches between Shinsuke Nakamura and Jeff Hardy have been very good, and this one could be no different, except they are likely to get a little less time on the show due to how stacked the card is. Nakamura and Hardy haven't had much interaction with each other since Extreme Rules, mainly because the focus has been on Randy Orton, and it's quite surprising this hasn't been made a triple threat match. With that in mind though, you can almost guarantee an appearance from the Viper at some point, and it will likely cost Jeff Hardy his chance at regaining his US title in a bid to continue ending his career. SmackDown Tag Team Championship match, the Bludgeon Brothers vs New Day. This match really could go either way, and if it gets enough time, it'll be a very entertaining bout. The New Day have held the title several times, but have had a fresh feeling on SmackDown lately due to some impressive performances. Sadly for the Bludgeon Brothers, while their title run has been decent in length, it has been anything but memorable, mainly because they haven't had a big feud to get themselves stuck into. That could change with a possible feud against New Day, but the most obvious long-term rivals for the Bludgeon Brothers are of course the crazy bunch known as Sanity, so they could retain once again here. Braun Strowman vs Kevin Owens. Braun Strowman's Money in the Bank briefcase is on the line in this match, meaning we could see somebody lose the briefcase to another competitor for the first time since Mr. Kennedy lost to Edge. However, this is unlikely as the Monster Amongst Men is the most over wrestler on the Monday Night Raw roster, and the company would be foolish to take away the briefcase from him, as Strowman is world champion material. Many people believe that Strowman may actually cash the briefcase in at the end of the night against whoever walks out as Universal Champion, and there certainly is a chance of that because he's going to beat KO once again. SmackDown Women's Championship match, Carmella vs Charlotte Flair vs Becky Lynch. The addition of Charlotte Flair to this match was certainly done for a reason, despite the fact that the one-on-one match between Becky Lynch and Carmella was what everyone wanted to see. Lynch's character is built on her coming so close but yet so far, in a similar way to Daniel Bryan, and even though everyone thought this would be her moment, it now seems to be the last thing on anybody's mind. Instead, expect Charlotte to steal the victory and take away Lynch's moment once again, setting up a slow burn feud between them that will hopefully see Charlotte return to being the top heel on the blue brand. Cruiserweight Championship match, Cedric Alexander vs Drew Gulak. Finally, the Cruiserweights are getting a major show to highlight their talents and prove themselves. And as of this recording, they haven't been bumped to the pre-show yet, and this is the correct decision. Cedric Alexander and Drew Gulak really need to knock this one out of the park, and considering the talents of both men, that shouldn't be an issue. Alexander's high-flying style will work brilliantly against Gulak's mat wrestling, with each man having totally different wrestling styles. Gulak would make a good champion as he has the most personality and charisma out of everyone on 205 Live, but it is unlikely WWE is going to take the strap away from Alexander just yet. Daniel Bryan vs The Miz. This is one of the biggest matches on the card and is years in the making, which is exactly the sort of match that should be on the SummerSlam card. WWE has built this well so far, but this match is only the start of this journey. The crowd reaction for this is going to be the best of the night, and the quality inside of the ring is guaranteed to be fantastic. When WWE gets a feud right, they can really knock it out of the park, and that's exactly what this is. Fans have been waiting ever since the infamous Talking Smack episode to see Daniel Bryan get his hands on The Miz, and now it finally happens. But for this feud to continue, the heel really should get the first win. Raw Women's Championship match, Alexa Bliss vs Ronda Rousey. This is one of the most anticipated matches on the card for many people, and that is all down to Ronda Rousey. The former UFC star has proven just how valuable she is to WWE with the terrific performances. Alexa Bliss has been a great women's champion yet again, but there's a real storyline to this, and if WWE wants to get the most out of Rousey, then giving her the title here would be a great idea, allowing her to have a lengthy run heading to WrestleMania. This is likely going to be a match of Bliss running away from Ronda, and of course, you can expect Alexa to pull out her double jointed arm as a way to get out Rousey's armbar, but Ronda should walk away as champion at SummerSlam. Intercontinental Championship match, Dolph Ziggler with Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins with Dean Ambrose. With the huge return of Dean Ambrose this week on Raw, it seems like the main focus is going to be on the two men on the outset of this match, as the Lunatic Fringe and Drew McIntyre are certainly going to play a part in this outcome. We've seen this match plenty of times before, so adding some extra elements with Ambrose is certainly going to help keep this exciting, while Ziggler and Rollins do what they do best inside the ring. With many people are looking for a Dean Ambrose heel turn, and it really would be the best outcome possible, allowing Ziggler to keep the title and continue his great work while starting a hot feud between Rollins and Ambrose. WWE Championship match, AJ Styles vs Samoa Joe. This could very easily be the best match of the night between two competitors who know each other very well from their time in TNA, and there's no doubt they will be looking to steal the show this time around. Samoa Joe has been booked very well and comes across as a real psychopath who is determined to destroy the champion, while AJ is a top babyface who we all know is capable of pulling out all the stops to defend his title. Joe deserves a run with the WWE title, and he would make a great champion, but with Styles so close to breaking CM Punk's record, something WWE is desperate to forget about, his moment might have to wait for Hell in a Cell. Universal Championship match, Brock Lesnar vs Roman Reigns. In what is likely to be the main event, much to everybody's disappointment, Brock Lesnar will finally defend his Universal Championship against Roman Reigns once again. While people might not want it to happen, it most certainly is, so buckle up and get ready. After Raw, it is clear that Paul Heyman is firmly in the Beast's corner as usual, which was a shame as it has taken away some of the excitement from the match. But a hard-hitting battle can be expected here. It's always tough to bet against Brock Lesnar because every time he appears, people think he is going, and then Vince McMahon pulls a surprise and has him retain. However, this really needs to be the time that Lesnar drops the title so we can have a full-time champion and the company finally gets behind the big dog.
Off the ropes, always untamed, on guard when I step in the ring. WWE, all eyes on me. King of the ring, who you came to see? It's a big show, so let your friends know. Only the strong survive. Face to face, look your opponent up in the eyes. Crowd cheering, fan favorite, I'm the main event. Had them all waiting, my finish move, they anticipating. Laid out like you, son.